My name's John Silver Shearer II, named after my dad's dad. My dad, his dad died when he was 10 years old, and my dad had to make it on his own. And ever since, my mother's been in and out of, she passed away in Florida a couple of years ago, but my mother was always in and out of mental institutions, shock treatment. Nothing helped her. So I grew up in a very dysfunctional family. My dad was, I didn't have any brothers or sisters, and the only one that could take care of me was my aunt, and she was an alcoholic. So I remember in school a long time ago they showed a training film on the use of heroin and how horrible it is. Once I seen that, I vowed myself I was going to be a heroin addict someday.
Why?
Because it looked cool. It looked different from the other kids, and the people got noticed that was on the heroin. And I always thought that was the coolest thing, and I thought that would be the best for my life to be. So I grew up a greaser with my hair slicked back. Before I knew it, I was a hippie. When I was 14 or 15, I remember calling my girlfriend, and Barbara, and she was Italian, and I told her that we can't see each other anymore. I'm going to hang out with my friends, and what I wanted to do was start taking LSD and drugs like they were.
What year was this about?
This was when I was 14, early 15. And
what year were you born?
I was born in 1955. On Friday the 13th. And so I started taking LSD, and that led into other things, and before I knew it, I had taken over 300 hits, 300 to 500 hits of trips in my lifetime. I tried everything. I was on speed for a while, shooting speed. I was on downers, the Red Devil bullets. I was on cocaine. Then I was shooting cocaine. Then I got into heroin, and I was onto that. And I have tried everything. I couldn't go to sleep without a 40-ounce Coors, a quart of Coors by my head at nighttime, to know that I was going to have something to look forward to when I woke up the next day. Alcohol. My life had changed into a very mess. My dad was very rich, took care of me, but then he said, "That's it, John, you're on your own." That's when I had gotten into crack in Detroit. So I moved out to San Francisco. And
when you were an adult?
This was about 18 years ago. And then I found out there was drugs in San Francisco, so I started doing crack again. And then I met a girl. I was volunteering at San Francisco General Hospital, and there was this concert at the Warfield on Market Street, and I wanted to. I bought 2 tickets, and I was trying to get Elise, I think her name was, to go with me, but I found out she was a lesbian, and her girlfriend didn't want her to go with me to the concert to see Portishead. So, in the volunteer office, the lady said, "Well, why don't you ask Julie?" And I was thinking about it, and I said, "I don't want to waste a ticket. I want to go with somebody." So I asked Julie. I wasn't really attracted to her, but I asked Julie, and before I knew it, she was all dressed up, I was all dressed up, we were at Warfield seeing Portishead, and then we started seeing each other, and she's Jewish, and I'm the farthest thing from being Jewish. I had been in witchcraft 2 times, the black magic, doing spells, wearing upside-down crosses. That's why I wear a upside cross now, because I used to wear so many crosses, because I used to wear upside-down crosses and actually read the Bible backwards. I was into very bad spells, and I had a little black cat, and I thought I was the son of the devil. I thought I was the devil's son, and that Jesus was my rivalry. I thought he was my enemy. I thought I was the opposite of Jesus, Satan's son. That's how bad I had got into the dimension from all the drugs and from everything. And so me and Julie, before we knew it, Julie had gotten pregnant. And then her mom got us married. Still got the ring. Today is my 10th anniversary with Julie.
Congratulations.
And we moved up to Santa Rosa. Stood for a while. There was some problems with me and my father-in-law, so I moved on to San Francisco. And then Julie came down, and we got into the Civic Center Hotel on Market Street. And for a half a year, I kept wondering. I used to go to the Vineyard, a place in San Francisco, church, and was backslidden. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, one night, someone said, "Hey, John." And I come running up to him, and the first thing I recognized him. The first thing I said was, "Where's the Vineyard? Where's the old Vineyard?" And he said, "It's right here, right next to you." I had been living next to the Promised Land, which was the Vineyard, for like I said, for a half a year, and didn't know it. So we started going to the Promised Land. Before I knew it, I gave myself life back to God. Julie got saved, and then she got baptized in a bathtub somewhere in San Francisco. One of her friends. Her friend was cool. She's Christian. She had kind of like a half a mohawk with a tattoo of a sailfish on the side of her head, you know. And I just thought she had to be the one to baptize Julie. And so because I used to have a mohawk. And I've never had a tattoo though, for some reason. I've always wanted a tattoo, but something always would tell me never to get a tattoo. So I use black magic marker and paint little things on my cheek. But after we got married, we got married in San Francisco, and Julie had a miscarriage 3 months later, and so we just have stayed together. She ended up on her birth control pills, and we haven't had anyone since. And all of a sudden, at the Civic Center Hotel, we caught bed bugs. All of a sudden, there was too many mice. There was too many cockroaches. And Julie's mother said, "John and Julie, come up to Santa Rosa, and I'll get you a mobile home that you can live in and be and have a nice life together." And so we jumped at that to get out of that mess of the Tenderloin, 12th and Market, and Tenderloin was across the street there by Van Ness and Market. And so now we're living in a beautiful mobile home. Instead of a child, we have a little. We call him our son. It's a little Shih Tzu dog that's 2 years old now. We got him when he was a puppy. He's black and white. He's beautiful. He's patches, and because he's got little black and white patches over him, he's really cute, and we treat him like a son, and we couldn't be any happier. And now once a month we have Bible studies in our mobile home. I have a church to go to, Calvary Chapel up in Santa Rosa. Although you wouldn't think I was a Jesus person, I really am.
Yeah, how did you become a Christian?
Well, that's a long story.